So throughout today we've spoken about the future of education, the future of careers, and the impact of AI on the way we learn. And now let's take this conversation beyond boundaries, beyond classrooms, beyond industries, and in fact, beyond our planet. Welcome to a world where AI meets space science, where students are not just preparing for jobs on Earth, but for opportunities in the new space economy. This session, Space Education in the AI Era, Preparing for the New Space Economy, is about skills, the mindset, and the vision required for careers that are being created as we speak. And to lead us into this extraordinary future, we have someone who's not just dreaming about space, but living that journey. Please join me in welcoming Ms. Jahnavi Dangeti, Global Indian Analog Astronaut, scientist, astronaut candidate, pilot in training, and advanced scuba diver, a proud young trailblazer who's inspiring an entire generation to look up, aim higher, and believe that the sky is not the limit. A very warm welcome, Jahnavi. Firstly, a very warm welcome to ABP Desam Smart Ed Conclave, Jahnavi. We absolutely love what you're wearing.
Thank you.
How do you feel about being here?
I feel happy and excited, and thank you for having me here.
So, Jahnavi, can we kickstart by talking about your journey?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, my journey started from a small town of Andhra Pradesh called Palakollu, West Godavari, and I come from a place where people always used to think astronomy as astrology. So that's where I came from, and dreaming about space was always a distant thing. My dream started from the bedtime stories from my grandparents. They used to tell me about people, like a lady who lives on moon, and that's what fascinated me so much to dream for space. Yes.
So from these bedtime stories, Jahnavi, what was that one moment when you decided that, you know what, I just don't want to hear about this, but I want to literally go beyond the planet and literally make space your mission, your career? Because we don't see a lot of people, it's not very common for students to pick space as their career, right?
Honestly, when I started my journey, the path was completely uncertain. Because I started when I was 3, I started dreaming about space. When someone asked me, how are you going to go to space? I used to say, like, how do you want to go to moon? I usually used to tell them that I'm going to build a big ladder that will take me to the moon. That was my dream in initial stage. Growing in a place that I mentioned earlier, it was definitely hard. But what made me to make it as my career was learning about astronauts who have already been to space coming from diverse backgrounds. They're not only just from one particular background. That made me believe that space is having an opportunity or a freedom to build your own path. You doesn't necessarily have to follow someone's path.
Right. Okay, so now talking about career, can you give us some insights on space education? What are the skills required?
Okay. Space education is a very big pool. It includes so many different professions, diverse backgrounds, and all of that. But to break it down, earlier days when I began, space was always limited to government. Space is limited to government, space agencies, and all. But now, we are having private roles in India. We are having so many companies that are startups, different companies coming up, making space education more accessible to normal students. We can get internships easily in the space education and all of that. So I feel to work in space industry, you doesn't necessarily have to be a scientist or an engineer. You can be a data analyst and still work for space industry.
Okay, so there is a diverse amount of career opportunities in the sector. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so now that we've spoken about space industry as a whole, you know that throughout the day we've also been talking about AI. So according to you, Janvi, what role do you think AI plays in the space economy?
Right now, AI is playing a very transformative role in the space industry. As an analog astronaut, I perform mission simulations on different environments, and during analog missions, we get enormous data. And I served as a crew scientist for my recent mission. I used AI for simplifying the data, which usually used to take a lot of time for me earlier, and now it's just making it so much easier. Apart from the smaller scale, when we go to larger scale, to train people for Mars or Moon, we use a lot of simulations based on AI. Let's say NASA has integrated system simulations, which is through AI and helping us to predict the unpredicted conditions or simulate high-risk situations where we can be more prepared, because going to Mars is completely unpredictable and we can never know the risk of how it's going to be or what are the risks involved technically, physiologically, psychologically, and AI will help us to prepare us better in that particular area. And also, I want to add one more thing. When we talk about AI in space, let's say Mars, there are a lot of communication delays in, let's say we want to communicate who is on Mars, like with someone who is staying on Mars, it definitely take 15 to 20 minutes delay, and to get used to it, we definitely have to use AI.
Right, okay. So can you also list out certain skills which are, required to be a part of the AI-driven space sector?
I can tell you to be in the space industry, certainly, because as I said, it's a very diverse field right now. Anyone can be a part of space at the moment.
Okay.
And particularly in India right now, you have to be somewhere between the STEM, science, technology, engineering, mathematics, and since it's a private entity right now, so you can be a part in it from any of these domains or technologies.
But do you think AI today or in future can replace astronauts?
Very good question. I don't really think AI is going to completely, I don't believe that, because space exploration is meant for humanity going beyond the borders of Earth that we call our planet, and to understand how it feels, I definitely feel human presence is essential to go explore the space.
Right. Okay. So what was the most challenging part during your journey? So we've just learned a few things about your journey. You've told us about the skills, the career opportunities. Now let's talk about the challenges.
Oh, one major challenge I've seen was being young in this industry.
Okay.
Yes, being young always make. Not every time, but most of the time, it make us feel lighter through our voice. And the other thing is, there were very few opportunities in the beginning, and this is not really a very good career at the moment, because going into space is a very long-term goal, and you have to be very passionate towards it and keep working.
Right. Okay. So how do you deal with fear? Have you ever thought that, because like we already discussed, that space sector is not something that people commonly choose as a career, okay? It's quite rare, even today. So did you not fear that, if you've invested certain time period of say about 4-5 years, and after that, what if you have to switch? What if this is not the career for you? What is your take on that?
Okay, I chose a career not for money. I chose a career to to break the barriers and move beyond the humanity, and of course there were times where I was not sure about my path, felt really bad, but I always enjoyed the fear, which is giving me more strength to move forward with the dream that I want to step on moon someday. And
So if a 15 or 20-year-old wants to follow a path like yours,
Sure.
where should they begin? What should be their starting point?
Explore. The basic thing is start exploring things that are around you, start learning. And for someone who is in the college or higher school level, they can start on basic research. Like if they start working on this research thing, they will definitely explore more about the subject and they'll have more questions. When there is more questions, then you get more answers. And while you're finding the answers, you'll try to meet more people. And through the connections, you'll end up in the places where you never imagined.
Right. Okay. So if you have to really, convince any of the students here to, think about or consider space sector as a career, what are the two lines you would tell them?
I'll just share what I believed. You definitely doesn't need to have a clear path. You just have to begin. Just begin that, and automatically things will fall in place in the right time.
All right.
As other speakers said, have patience.
Right.
Yes, have patience.
Okay. All right. One word for space. If we have to have a quick rapid fire with you,
Sure.
one word that you would say for space.
End goal.
End goal. Okay.
Yeah.
Amazing. Mars or moon?
Okay. Mars definitely excites me more, but practically moon is a little closer right now, so I'll just go with the moon right now.
Amazing. All right.
Yeah.
AI or human instinct?
Humans were supported with AI.
Okay, human supported with AI. Amazing. All right. Your message to young girls who want to enter space science.
Oh, your gender definitely doesn't have to be a problem or a stopper. You just have to step out of your comfort zone and start working on yourself first, and then you will end up in good places. And never look back at the people who are, never compare yourself with other people who are doing better than you. That's it.
Right. One habit students must build if they want to achieve big dreams.
Consistency.
Consistency.
Yeah.
So consistency is the key.
Yeah, curiosity and consistency will play the biggest role.
Right, amazing. All right, thank you so much, Jahnavi. Can we all put our hands together for
Thank you.
Jahnavi for that truly inspiring and futuristic conversation? Your journey is a powerful reminder that with the right education, the right mindset, and the courage to dream big, the sky is not the limit, it is just the beginning. Ladies and gentlemen, a huge round of applause for Jahnavi, and I'd like to invite Mr. Sunil Goswami to kindly step on stage and felicitate Jahnavi as a token of gratitude. Well, I'm sure with this conversation, everybody here has started imagining something in the world of space. So let's put our hands together for Jahnavi Dangeti, everybody.